Alright, hello and welcome back to my Mass Effect Andromeda playthrough. Let's see, where am I going? There's lots of stores around here. Maybe I should quickly run up these stairs to get to this one. So there's also an undiscovered side mission up there as well. So we will go there. Open. Okay. Let's talk to this one first. Come on, give me the prompt. Oh, do I have to be in front of the desk? We have to do this legit. There we go.
Pathfinder, as you can imagine, your arrival raised concerns from Aya's people.
It'll take a long time to trust strangers again.
Which is why they want the Nexus to listen to them. We've set up terminals in the city so people can leave messages for your people on the Nexus. I'd appreciate if you take a look and forward their communications to your people.
Alright, I can do that.
Arbiter Renav told me to expect you. I prepared a datapad detailing our laws. Read it fully.
I will absolutely not do that. Charter governing citizens of Aya revised, translated from Shalesh. Oh, wow. You see that number of pages? Yeah, I think I'm just going to read page 1. I could only let me read page 1, but yeah, that's quite a lot. Although, one page is apparently just one paragraph, so maybe it actually wouldn't take super long. As defined by the first founders of Aya, this world and all who live on it agree to abide by the laws, customs, and regulations of a civilized society that has existed for centuries on other worlds. These rules of conduct ensure a voice for each family within our society and gives them certain inviolable rights. See, we say inalienable. That's our wording. I like ours better. Okay. It's out here. There's a person. Let's talk to this person.
The Moshai will be waiting for you at the vault.
While I'm here, maybe we can talk?
Of course. I owe you that. When I first escorted you through our city, I wasn't sure it was the right thing, but you proved I was wrong to doubt. No, more than that. What was done to my people. You made sure no more will suffer exaltation.
We're in this together. The Initiative wants to help.
I want to believe it. You're so different from the Ket. What can I do for you?
Talk about
I'm hoping you can get me on Ephra's good side.
If I knew how to do that, my job would be much simpler.
Sometimes it seems like you two don't get along at all. And other times...
He's a brilliant tactician and inspiring leader. We just disagree on what's best for our people. He believes secrecy and isolation keep us safe.
What do you believe?
We can't defeat the Ket alone. And neither can your initiative.
I have a few questions about your culture.
I'm happy to answer them.
Oh man, so many
Don't take this
dialogue
the wrong way,
options.
but this isn't your only city, right?
Not at all. Vold and Havaro both have several large population centers. Aya has numerous residential areas similar to this.
Are these places open for visitors?
In time, perhaps.
I've noticed that you, Ephra, and Jal all speak with different accents.
When the Scourge first struck, there were many Angaran worlds. They were separated for centuries. We developed divergent cultures and dialects. Ephra was born on Vold, and Jal is from Havaro.
What about you?
The Ket left my homeworld in ruins. Those who survived were forced to flee. We found a refuge on Aya. My family helped settle this world.
Aya seems important to the Angara.
Aya is paradise. This world is a gift. We created the Vassals so everyone could enjoy this place, if only for a short time.
The Vassal?
The time of change. Aya's resources are too limited for our entire population to live here. We each earn the privilege of spending a few years on Aya. When our time is up, we leave to make room for someone new. The cycle repeats throughout our lives.
Will you have to leave?
Someday. For now, Aya needs me.
All right, 2 more.
Your people revere the Moshai. What did she do to earn that?
After the Scourge, our civilization was in ruins. Those who led the rebuilding were thinkers, experts, and inventors. The Moshai is the greatest scientific mind of our generation. She led us to a new age of technological innovation. When the Ket attacked, she studied their technology, learned their tactics.
You owe your survival to her.
We owe her everything, and we'll do anything to protect her.
So, what do you do for fun around here?
The Tavatan is a popular spot for recreational activity.
What's the Tavatan?
Right, but what do you do? Can't work all the time.
Productivity is the best form of
All
relaxation.
work and
It's
no
also easy to
play
get stressed out.
You sound
makes
like my brothers,
Parn shy of
all 10 of them,
Dole
10.
and
and
Garin.
8 sisters. They're not allowed to bother me at work.
Oh my gosh, now there's way more dialogue
What's it like
options.
being responsible for a whole planet?
I suspect it's like being the Pathfinder. Some days it's a burden. Most of the time, I know I'm where I should be.
How did you become governor? Do your people elect leaders by popular vote?
If by vote, you mean argue loudly until one candidate remains, then yes. I got here because I was willing to endure and fight for the obligations that come with my office.
Oh,
Is there time in your busy
I didn't.
schedule to
I just assumed that
meet
was a
someone special?
question. I didn't see the heart
Everyone
until
is
I already
special to
clicked it.
me, in their own way.
Not what I meant.
Oh, no. That isn't a priority right now. Someday, maybe.
Well, someday with not me. That was
I sense
unintentional
tension
flirting.
between your government and the resistance. Who's actually in charge?
Ephra likes giving orders, right until the actual work of running a city starts. The Resistance is good at protecting us from the Ket, but our people need more. I've learned to indulge Ephra's need for control, just often enough to maintain my own.
10 brothers and 8 sisters. You have a big family.
I've always thought of it as average. How many siblings do you have?
Just one. My sister, Sarah.
What happened to the others?
There was
Our
only
parents
ever
only
one.
had 2 children. Underachievers.
That sounds relaxing. When my family
They
gets
must have
together,
some real
the
overpopulation
noise is like
problems.
standing next to our
I guess that's
largest
that's why they have to
waterfall.
leave or whatever every
My
cycle.
mother says I became governor so people would have to listen to me.
Is she right?
Always.
All right, done talking to you.
Thanks for your time.
Ishare, Pathfinder.
Whatever that means. That is a cool looking chair. Oh wait, there's a, what's this? Ah, council meeting notes, translated from Shalesh. Personal meeting notes of Governor Perrin Shai. V wants to open Southern Valley region to development with goal to provide refugees with permanent homes. K believes we're already at risk of overcrowding and harming local ecosystem. Votes to use land strictly for food production. M proposes compromise solution to construct orbital habitats using Nexus technology. Refugees would rotate between Aya's surface and orbital habitats using a lottery system. And E disagrees with accepting initiative help, and especially tech. It points out the black hole will make orbital construction projects difficult and may attract notice of Ket patrols. Final vote delayed to Novoa Bav. We need a better home for our people. Vold is fallen. Havarl remains unstable, and Aya is too small to support all of us. Is Kadara Port an option? Oh, sorry about that. Man, that just came on all of a sudden. Do we even dare attempt reconciliation? I don't know. That's for you guys to decide. Alright, where am I going? Let's... I think yeah, there's like a lock there, so that door must open at some point, but not yet. So where do I want to go now? I guess to, wait, oh, there was a thing here that I didn't do. Oh no, it's a new one. Right, it's the getting the messages. Alright, so let's pick up the message from here. Citizen messages to the Nexus, compiled log of citizens' messages uploaded at the Tavatan for the Pathfinder's eyes only. So go ahead and download that. Oh my gosh. Messages to Nexus, subject, let there be unity. Oh man, is there going to be a ton of these messages? We'll see. I could edit them? Oh my god. This could actually be interesting. Let's see how this goes. Before the Scourge and Gara were one people. It took centuries after that disaster to find each other again, and by then we'd been divided too long. That's how the Ket were able to conquer us. The war forced us back together, but now you've upset the balance. Oh. Some don't trust you, others want you to save us. Divisions are forming. If you're really here to help, keep our people united. Okay. Subject, Pavoa and Ishere to you all. I'm writing this in my final days. I've lived a long life that now comes to its natural end. I've known great loss and pain, but also joy and hope. I think we have that in common. My fate is to leave at a turning point in history. Part of me is angry I won't see what happens next, but I've made my peace. Whatever becomes of your people, mine and the Ket will reverberate into the lives of my great-grandchildren, and that gives me strange comfort. I know there's more to this life than war and hardship, and I've seen enough to know your people understand that too. Be well, take care of each other, change life for the better. Goodbye. And then subject, we wish you peace and good fortune. Don't be deceived by the posturing of Evra Chershov and his resistance. We are not a violent people. We're scientists, inventors, artists, caretakers, and explorers. This is our home, but there is room enough for us all. We told the Ket the same thing. They didn't listen. We hope you do. And subject, no one will read this. This message will never be read by the Pathfinder. Wrong, I am reading it right now. Much less reach the Nexus. Wrong, I'm going to forward this, whether it's edited or not. We're so desperate for allies against the Ket that we're willing to make the same mistake with new aliens. It's not going to be the same mistake. It might still be a mistake, but it's not the same mistake. We're not going to, try to kill you all. This little stunt by the governor won't change anything. We may as well be screaming into the wind. You know what? I didn't see anything in there that needed editing. So I'll go ahead and forward it, unedited. And now, let's go back to the one over here. Actually, hold on. I forgot that there were other things at this terminal that weren't messages. Is this something we've already read? Oh, I don't even care whether it is or not. That's just extra bullshit anyway. Too much reading. I will read the messages, though, at this one. And I might have already read those, because it looks like they're the same things here. Alright, so let's go. So this is in the Aya Marketplace. Alright. Thank you. I remember the first time I met the Moshai. It was one of the greatest moments of my life. She has done so much for our people. When the rumors began that she'd been caught by the Ket, and worse, killed, I lost hope for our future. You restored it. I don't care what anyone says. I believe you came to save us. Go home. This is not your galaxy. You don't belong here. Anyone who thinks you're different from the Ket is a fool. I see you for what you are, and there are many more like me. I'm not going to edit that. I think it's important that these people's voices are heard, and that our people are aware of that as well. That seems important. But we'll see. No subject. If you come in peace and friendship, Pavoa, if your hearts are filled with deceit... Oh, okay, so if you come in peace and friendship, Pavoa, which I'm assuming means some sort of live long and prosper type sentiment. But then, on the other hand, if your hearts are filled with deceit, you will die. That is all you need to know. And Pavoa, my name is Giacca. My family said I could write to you. I've never met an alien before, but I'd like to meet you. I think we can all be friends. Aww. I think we might have learned what Pavoa meant once, 'cause there was a time where we heard some word and a writer was like, my translator didn't work. What does that mean? And they explained it to us, but I can't remember. I did not edit that one as well. That's a merchant. I'm not going to even bother with you. Let's go get whatever this thing. Talk to Liam. All right, I can talk to Liam. That's easy enough to do. Oh wait, hold on. Citizens Forum. Let's see what's going on here.
Reputation is just another word for how the Kett kill us. And if you're wrong, if we've been killing for them without realizing it,
I saw a Kett up close when they attacked. It was nothing like our people.
The Kett weaponize their victims to make you hesitate.
and when the Kett begin to exalt your people, what will you do then?
Still kill them.
Insight, Pathfinder. The issue facing us.
It's too late for them.
Come, my friend. Deliberate with me.
You just gotta deal with it. It sucks, but what can you do? Just think that they're already dead. I'm just seeing what's over here, by the way. I know that Liam's like behind me. Any other conversations I can participate in over here? It's a little waterfall. These guys are having a gay old time right here. Alright. Oh, there's something I can scan. Nutrient paste vats. Sounds delicious. Liam, let's talk.
Good to be back here. Ready to hit those scans?
What am I looking for?
Moran called out supplies that may have useful properties for our tech. Just need to get Sam's eye on them.
Okay. So that's way back that way. Now, let's continue on. Actually, hold on. Is this... Where do we go to... Oh yeah, this is... Okay, so that's the one to the vault. So we can just keep going along here to the dead end and then come back. That will be my plan. I think this is, yeah, this is the way I want to go. Ruins from Dar Kul Mall. This fragment is from a wall of the governor's public residence on Vold, which was destroyed by Kett bombardment during the initial invasion. The governor, all staff, and most of her immediate family were all killed in the blast. That sucks. When Vold stands liberated, this relic will form the cornerstone of a monument to those who gave their lives defending our home. Favorite place, huh?
Pathfinder, did you make it to Havara?
I found this Angaran helmet. Does it mean anything to you?
This is a pre-Dark Age design. Do you see the black marks? The Scourge targeted this pilot's ship. Stars, it's perfectly preserved. I can almost imagine the pilot. He must have been so afraid. I've never seen one of these intact. Do you know how rare this is? I can't even begin to repay you.
Why would the Scourge target that ship?
It must have been a remnant vessel, or maybe there's remnant tech in the helmet itself. Can you imagine? Our ancestors using the remnant. You know, Pathfinder, this gets me thinking. If it wasn't for you, we wouldn't even know that helmet existed. What if that's not all we're missing? There could be a wealth of history just out of our reach. So, I'm requesting your help again.
Just tell me what I need to do.
I've led digs on every Angaran homeworld, but there are places I've missed. Areas only a Pathfinder could go. There could be relics sitting untouched for centuries because no one could reach them. What I ask is this. If you ever find yourself in an area like that, you keep an eye out for artifacts.
I already found one. Take a look at this.
This is unfamiliar to me. It does resemble an Angara, but it looks so strange. It's clearly centuries old. Is it an artistic interpretation, or is this what we really look like? The implications. Pathfinder, You may have discovered our earliest artifact yet.
Tossed in cargo.
Could it be a relic from another culture?
The technique and material matches other Angaran relics, and you found it in one of our worlds. But perhaps the depiction isn't an Angara. It could be a deity of some sort.
Any insight you can give me on the remnant tech?
We don't know much. To our understanding, it's always been here. Stars. I would love to be the one to solve that mystery.
This is quite a place.
It feels like home to me. Sometimes I think I should move in here. But it's got a long way to go. Someday we'll fill it with relics of the past, each one telling a story. And the people will come here to learn. And to remember.
You'll get there.
With enough hard work, yes.
You said the helmet was touched by the Scourge. What does that mean?
I forget your people weren't around for that. When the Scourge appeared, it targeted remnant ships, broke down their technology. With the drive cores disabled...
The ships crashed.
But that may not be all. The Scourge leaves a mark on whatever it touches. If it touched this helmet, perhaps the pilot was the target. There may be remnant tech inside the helmet.
Or in the pilot.
Storms. I hadn't even thought of that.
Is it normal for someone as young as you
How
to be
can
in
he
charge?
tell age of these things? They all look
And
the
you're a
same.
Pathfinder.
I
They
kinda
don't have
inherited the
wrinkles or
job.
anything.
So did I. I was apprenticed to the former curator. It was my job to bring him artifacts from other worlds. When he retired, I sort of fell into his position.
Do you miss relic hunting?
Some days, but mostly I'm happy to spend more time with each piece.
Have you always been into history?
Oh yes. When I was young, I would dig up shells and pretend they were ancient armor pieces. I've always had a big imagination. With only 14 siblings, I got lonely sometimes.
Only.
14? That's insane.
Why? How many do you have?
Are you really
Just
going to
the
have
one.
this conversation again?
That's terrible. I'm sorry.
I mean, we literally just had that
I've got
conversation with somebody
memories.
else.
Stars guide your travels.
Let's look at all these artifacts. Ket Exaltation Tool. Until recently, we knew this was a Ket tool, but didn't understand its purpose. Scholars have recently determined it's used in the exaltation of our people. Though it may be difficult to look at, it's important we learn and understand exaltation to protect ourselves and our loved ones. Can I scan these things? No. I bet you as you find more artifacts, they'll be put in these places. Angaran dagger. This dagger dates back nearly 4 centuries to the time just after the Scourge appeared. Faced with a technological dark age, our ancient ancestors learned to fight and hunt without the use of advanced weaponry. Just like our ancestors. Or hold on. Actually, hold on. Before I read that, I'm going to reread this, because I only saw the last bit. So I guess that's actually saying they actually had advanced technology and then lost it. So that's unlike our ancestors. But our ancestors still had to, hunt and whatever without advanced technology, because they never had advanced technology. Mother, you wouldn't believe all that's happened since Pathfinder Rider landed on Aya. I'm sure you know about the Moshai's rescue, but I suspect you've only heard the official version. Evra and his resistance like to claim credit for bringing her home, but I know for a fact they never could have accomplished it without the Pathfinder. People fear these new aliens will turn out to be like the Ket. Don't listen to them. I feel in my spirit they've come to help. And you know I'm always right about these things. I wish you could see some of the interesting relics we found on Havarl and elsewhere. I'll bring images next time I visit. Also, I'm not seeing Awatu anymore. Or Atu. AA2. Anymore. It was nothing particular that ended things. We're just too different. Don't worry, my work still brings me all the happiness I need. Avela. Alright, what is this thing? She was about to describe it, but I will just read about it. Remnant device. While we can't know for certain, theories about this remnant device suggest its function may be to convert rock and sand into nutrient-rich soil. That seems like that would be useful.
Avela thinks it's an ancient
There's
deity.
people here.
Oh, it's you. I watched you land.
Hope you're not calling me it anymore.
You heard that. I apologize. I was ignorant.
It's alright.
What's your job around here?
Aylin and I help Avela with her studies. I specialize in restoration.
So you make relics look new.
New as I can. I'm not a miracle worker. no matter what Avela says. She'll praise Ellen and I to anyone who will listen. We've never had a supervisor like that before.
I'll leave you to it.
But no artifact there. Wait, can I talk to her?
I've heard so much about you. Is it true you entered a vault on Eos?
Sure is.
Amazing. I would have liked to see that.
Are you a relic hunter like Avela?
Actually, I started as an engineer. The Most Shy requested my help cracking encryption on a remnant ship she found. Eventually, that led me to the repository. I've been handling data encryption here ever since.
I take it you help run this place.
Nalan and I are Avela's assistants. It's been strange getting used to that.
Why?
Avela's much younger than the previous curator. She has a lot more energy. Sometimes I have to remind her to take a break. She's too passionate for her own good.
I don't know if that's true.
I'll let you get back to it.
I don't know if there's so much thing as too much passion. What is this? Ancient pottery. Did Patrick Swayze make it? This pottery fragment is believed to be a ceremonial decoration from the ancient temples of Havarl. Interesting. Trying to look at the top of it, see if it's like a vase or something. Nope, it's just for decoration. I guess a vase is just for decoration too, but huh. All right. Ooh, PB, what are you doing here? And are you drunk? You appear to be drunk.
Getting acquainted with our new neighbors?
Sort of. All this
Oh,
stuff.
I guess she's just
The Angara said
antsy.
you have a rich culture and blah blah blah.
Oh, she has been drinking.
You're sauced, aren't you? What's your poison?
I visited that cafe the Angara consider a bar. Asked for their hardest stuff. It was weird, which I like, but had almost no punch. Lightweight. Whoa.
Steady now.
That stuff must have a slow absorption rate. Whoops. Oh, writer. It's just... This museum reminds me of being on Haitiana during my indentured service as a student. They even have a whole section on the Remnant. I didn't come to Andromeda to follow in someone else's footsteps.
It didn't occur to you there'd be indigenous species here? Sentients with a rich history, leading full lives?
I guess.
Even so, the Angara barely have a foothold. Sure, they live among the ruins, but they haven't seen what we've already seen.
You might have a point there. Bet nobody here has ever outrun an ancient vault purification field, huh?
Nope.
Or spat in that Archon's ugly mug and lived to talk about it? That was nice work, by the way.
Thank you.
You're right. I'm not sure why, but ever since I packed up my apartment on the Nexus, something's crawled under my skin. But whatever it is, I promise, I'll get over it lickety-split.
Be sure you do. You're a handful. Even sober.
It's true. By design. Makes people less likely to try to handle me. Think I'll stay in your operation a little while longer.
Alright, and then what's this thing? Remnant exhibit. Though we don't know much about the Remnant or its creators, we've determined the Remnant were present in Helios long before our people. The Remnant's purpose appears to be the same as the planetary vaults, to transform a world into a thriving, beautiful paradise. Before the arrival of Pathfinder Rider and Revolution 926, or is that, no, 826, modern attempts to interact with the Remnant had been unsuccessful, but we've been able to coexist with them peacefully here on Aya. That's good. An Angaran exhibit. Though we know little about our pre-Scourge ancestors, evidence points to a grand multi-planet society with sophisticated technology. Many recent discoveries indicate our ancestors even traveled vast distances between systems. Though we have no way of knowing for sure. Most scholars theorize our people's early success was due to the use of remnant technology. Yeah, the remnant seemed pretty useful. Excavation from Havarl. Archaeologists on Havarl recently discovered what they believe are pieces from the oldest structure as yet found on the planet. These fragments were literally uprooted by mutating vegetation rising from an underground cavern. Though the exact cultural nature of this find remains unknown, teams of researchers have recently established a permanent dig site to search for more clues. Door. I think that's a locked door. A couple more things here. Cat exhibit. First contact with the Ket varied among our homeworlds. While the Ket sought to confuse Havarl with silence, they murdered the ambassador on Vold. They turned our worlds against each other and took advantage of the confusion and chaos. It's important for us all to learn from this moment in history and to present a united front in the face of adversity. This is going to be the exhibit coming soon. We're currently updating this display to bring you the latest in historical finds. Thank you for your patience. I wonder if this is going to be about us and our whole operation. Humans and Solarians and Turians and Masari and all of them. Where am I going? Right here. Straight ahead.
You are the subject of a detailed scan by an Angara standing nearby.
Maybe I should introduce myself.
Who's scanning me? Huh. That is an invasion of my privacy. But I will ignore it for a second. While I can't talk to him. I can talk to this person. I think that's the person who's scanning me, actually. First, I'm going to do this. Alright. Subject. Join our fight. You proved you can fight the Ket on Vold. The resistance doesn't impress easily. Stand with us. Together, we will take this war to the enemy's home. We'll make them feel terror. We'll show them despair. We will break the Ket, and when that's done, we'll share the rewards of victory. Yeah, that sounds great. I like that message. Are you at war with each other? We've seen members of your species act with violence, greed, and selfishness. We found evidence of your people attacking and stealing from one another. Why do you hurt each other when only the Ket stand to gain? If our people are slow to trust you, it's because we can't understand why some of you seem determined to hurt others. Even the Ket stand united in their cause. Why don't you? Too many conflicting personalities, that's why. Subject, we have much to learn. I've spent my life wondering what other beings might exist. Your people are nothing like what I imagined, and I'm glad for that. I thought I was long past being surprised on life. My sons and daughters draw pictures of you and ask me all sorts of questions they want to know. Or all sorts of questions. They want to know everything about you. We hope you feel the same way. There's so much we can teach each other. I believe in our future. Help arrives when you least expect it, and your arrival was unexpected. You came to Aya wounded and in need, and we didn't welcome you. You went to our other worlds and helped our people overcome terrible challenges with no promise of reward or friendship. You wouldn't do that if there wasn't a goodness at your core. You want to understand and be understood. This is the start of a great alliance. Alright, I did not edit those either. You scanning me?
Hello there. I'm working.
Yeah, this one.
You scanned me pretty hard. That wasn't your way of saying welcome, stranger?
I wanted to be discreet.
Noted. What's your interest in me?
You're an alien on my homeworld. Why wouldn't I be interested?
You could have asked.
Fine. Will you submit to a full spectrum analysis of your biology?
Got a couple
You haven't
questions
even told
first.
me your name.
Darnfra, biological researcher. This is my home.
Are you looking for something specific?
We share many external similarities. I want to learn if that holds true internally.
We'll let her
I
scan
can't
me
fault you for
first.
being curious. Scan away.
I didn't think you'd comply.
I'm full of surprises.
That you are. When we face extinction, family is our final comfort. Do you understand that?
I came to this galaxy with my family. I lost my father on the day I arrived.
But you still carry on his legacy. He knew that, in the end. Family is everything. Not only the one we have now, but the ones that follow us. What will your family look like in 5 generations? 10? How many of you will there be?
You're worried there'll be more of us than you.
I have 23 grandchildren.
I don't think
I want to know what their
that's a
grandchildren will
problem,
inherit.
considering
Goodbye, Pathfinder.
we have way less children per family than you guys. So you should just go ahead and not worry about it. Hey, it's Jaw.
Ryder,
I'm not going to talk to him.
a break.
Maybe I should.
Enjoy the view with me. Well, what do you
I'm
think?
trying to look at it, but the game won't
I
let
could
me.
get used to this.
We take turns living here. You can see why.
I love pretty much everything about it.
I love the air, the breeze. And one day we'll have more places like this. I have faith.
Alright, where to next? This one. Speak to the Arbiter. It's a fast travel station. Honestly, it might be easier just to run the fast travel on this planet. It's such a small area. Well, I'm kind of curious what's in here. A lot. Ooh, see? Scan. Gotta scan everything. What's that say? Rask. Rasky?
Moved in down to a place though? No, 6 hours to stay. We had a food in 2 days. Had ammo in 3. I'd have to fall back.
Sounds like you've got trouble.
Too many kit, not enough resistance. Have a team that's been in the field for 6 months without resupply. They won't come in. Say they're close to taking down a kit outpost, but I don't know.
This could have consequences. It better be safe than sorry.
If they could do it alone, they would have by now. Send reinforcements.
Hitting the enemy in one place leaves us vulnerable elsewhere. But you're right. This is the hardest part of my job. Thank you for your
I hope I didn't give bad advice there. We'll see. I'm sure that'll come back to haunt me in some way.
I expect you to take good care of Joel out there.
I will.
I will. I'm sure he'll return.
Happen again.
Don't worry about him. You saved the Moshai. That earned his loyalty. Still wrapping my head around what you found at the Ket facility. That exaltation.
It must be hard for you, realizing what the Ket soldiers are.
Doesn't change what we have to do. It's war. What do you need?
Oh man. That's a lot of stuff.
You've been fighting Ket a long time. Any advice?
Your war's different from ours.
It's still a war, and we're not prepared for it.
Wouldn't matter if you were. The Ket aren't a conventional enemy.
Any idea where they came from? A home world somewhere?
Each of our colonies heard a different story. I doubt any were true. They came from far away. That's all we know.
Ever tried following a Ket ship to see where it goes?
Of course we did. Wherever home is, they don't visit.
Do the Ket have a favorite strategy? Something we can exploit?
They switch tactics constantly, almost capricious about it. Makes them unpredictable.
They must have some weakness.
They're vulnerable to brute force. That's enough.
The Ket aren't mindless monsters. They must care about something.
Slaves, resources, power. Same as any conqueror.
You didn't see the exaltation process. They treat it like religion.
They convert us against our will. That's not religion, it's genocide. Every culture has its purpose. Theirs is to take whatever they want.
There's no official Angaran military? Just the resistance?
Lost our fleets and armies decades ago. Ket mostly. The rest fell to internal strife. We kept fighting, but our civilians were disorganized. Poorly supplied, leaderless. Decades of aimless defiance got us nowhere. I had to make the resistance real.
Oh my gosh, there's so
How's the
much.
resistance organized?
Loosely, we operate in cells. Independent strike teams have better odds. If the Ket capture a cell, it doesn't compromise the rest.
Yeah, it's good. Good
How did
point.
you wind up in charge?
Nothing to lose. My family was rounded up into a Ket slave camp. Last contact I had with any of them was 10 years ago.
They could still be alive.
Didn't figure you for an optimist.
What success have you had against the Ket?
Enemy casualties are up 600% in 3 years. But that's just a number. Every time we destroy a facility, take out a warship, we give our people hope.
And you're not fighting alone anymore.
We'll see.
I've seen armed people in uniform. They're not resistance?
Aya police. Purely ornamental. Gives us the appearance of civilization.
You don't think they're necessary?
If things go bad, the resistance will handle it.
That's up to the governor, isn't it? What do you think of
Speaking
your
of,
She governs Aya, not the resistance.
Way to avoid the question. Is there history between you?
I can always count on Paran to offer a spirited argument.
You respect her.
She holds her own. Not many do.
What's your story, Ephra?
You're not getting my personnel file.
I'd just like to know who I'm working with.
You want to know what it's like being me? I wake up every morning to fight a war. I send people to kill and die. If I'm lucky, there are more dead Ket than resistance when I go to sleep.
That's a hell of a burden.
Enough personal discussion.
I hope the initiative is making a good impression.
The initiative. Sounds so unthreatening, like a city planner meeting.
That's kind of what it's meant to be.
City planners don't walk around in battle armor with rifles on their shoulder.
Depends on the city. My point is, we traveled through dark space to build something here.
That's what invaders always say. At first.
they always say they travel through dark space.
Of
I guess
course.
in their case, that would actually be
I'll
true.
let you get back to it.
Good.
Alright. Recruitment efforts. Kadara Port. Things are as bad as we thought. The deserters don't care about anyone but themselves. Recruitment efforts have found zero traction. Ironically, we've had better luck gaining support from the new aliens. A small group pledged to support the resistance and alert us to future Ket activities on Kadara. It seems unlikely the enemy would give up on the planet so easily, but maybe the presence of these new aliens has confused them. Regardless, I recommend we abandon recruitment efforts and instead focus on infiltration of the local population using deep cover agents. I'll submit a list of candidates in my next report. Rasky. And casualty report. Vold. Severe whiteout conditions have made casualty confirmations difficult. Expect these numbers to be adjusted in the next update. Hopefully, they'll be lower. Ket ambushed a night patrol in the Lundran crevasse. 3 dead, 2 wounded, 1 missing. Squad missing outside Techix. Presumed captured, 4 missing. Sniper caught an avalanche on southern slope. Presumed dead, 1 missing. A shuttle suffered mechanical failure, made hard landing on Steen Ridge, 2 wounded. An argument in the barracks got out of hand, 1 wounded, mostly in his pride. End report. And people are getting nervous. Commander de Tershov. No one questions your thinking, and we all understand that the circumstances we're facing are unprecedented. However, you should know that people are talking in the barracks about these new Nexus aliens. Setting aside how they look, smell, and behave, how can we expect to trust these things with access to our most secure world? On behalf of my unit, we submit that this so-called Pathfinder crew shouldn't be permitted to roam the city without an escort. We're keeping close watch on them. Don't worry, we're not letting them see us. But it would be easier if we could assign a guard to each visitor whenever they're on Aya. We hope you'll consider this option. Respectfully, Voller. But you left a paper trail, because I literally just read that you're doing that. So I might not have seen you, but I heard you, essentially. Alright. Where to? I guess we should do the thing that I came here for.
Heard you were coming. I prepared a date about our laws regarding war.
We're going to read 1 out of 10,000 pages this time. Oh, only 241. Not bad. On the proper conduct of war against the Ket. Though we face an enemy that will not stop until our entire civilization ceases to exist, it's important that we not abandon the principles of basic morality. The Ket must be defeated, but not at any cost. It won't matter if our future generations can live without fear of death or enslavement, if that freedom was achieved through genocide or other barbaric crimes. Genocide might be good against the Ket. I'm not ruling it out. Well, hold on, let me look over here real quick. Ooh, what's down there? Ah, what's this?
Sam, is this thing safe?
Yes. The slight ringing in your ears is nothing to worry about.
I don't hear any ringing.
Very reassuring.
So wait, what was the... Oh, gained access to this. Ah, I discovered the infirmary. Hold on. Scan that. There's a hurt Angaran. Can I talk to you? No. I can talk to this person.
I assume you're the human everyone's buzzing about.
Yep.
If you're looking for treatment, I'm afraid I don't know enough about human physiology to be much help. Unless you can make use of the ion beds.
If Jarl takes a hit on my watch, my doctor needs to know how to treat him. Can you point me to resources she can use to learn your methods?
So you're considering all possibilities. Jarl is in good hands. I have medical journals on treating Angaran injuries and preventing complications. You're welcome to upload them to your ship's doctor for study.
Go ahead and do that.
Is there something special about the beds here?
They're filled with a negatively charged ion gel. The gel works with our natural electricity to speed recovery.
Probably won't work with us
Work
then.
on other species?
Without bioelectricity, it would be of small benefit, but it might reduce pain.
So you guys are electrically charged?
Our bodies produce a store of electricity that we can dispel in a surge of energy. We use it for short-range communication, healing, even combat. I admit, I was surprised to learn your kind doesn't have that ability.
Some of us are biotic. It's similar. Kinda.
I would be interested to study biotics.
I'll get moving.
Alright, we're done talking.
Ishadi.
Let's see what this guy's all about. Nothing. Alright, well, I think now would be a good time to stop. So I want to thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time.